Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. Today, we shall be talking about, all the Manchester United news that we have, news and reviews, and basically talking about Ruben Amorim, talking about, a whole lot of other things, like from transfers to here we goes and all of that, even with regards to potential change for Ruben Amorim, amongst other things. Just don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. We keep going, and then we keep evolving as we go. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Hit the like button. Let's have conversations. Some of the things we're going to be talking about today include the injury updates with regards to Noussair Mazraoui, Lisandro Martinez, and then obviously Ahmad and Malasha returning to training, as well as training videos that have shown these players actually doing the training. Bruno Fernandes, we're going to talk about Bruno Fernandes. We're going to talk about Benjamin Sesko. We're going to talk about Rasmus Højlund. We're also going to talk about a few other things here and there, but let's keep it going, and so we'll just run through the news as is trending, and then we will now break down a few other things. First and foremost, I've already posted that video online. You can go check it out after this live. The first thing we're going to talk about, obviously, is Cristian Orozco signing has been confirmed. It's a here we go. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Manchester United has finalized the signing of 17-year-old Colombian midfielder Cristian Orozco from Fortaleza. The deal is worth around $1 million, which is around 740 million pounds thereabout, and it's valid in the summer of 2026, as Orozco will turn 18 by then. And United's lead scout, Antonasio, coordinated the deal. Basically, the club lawyers have approved all contracts, and United is reportedly very happy with the signing, viewing Orozco as a high potential defensive midfielder with a strong combination of physicality and technical ability. We're definitely going to do we're definitely going to do a deep dive, like a player profile about the player, going to go deeper and talk about what he's made of and how, he evolved and what made him, the Manchester United player that he will be, or what Manchester United saw that led to him, being wanted by Man United and everything, and all of that. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section as we build towards that. And yeah, I see some comments. I see that I think the stream is lagging a little bit, but we'll try and fix it. And yeah, we'll try and fix it. But let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section as we build towards all things Manchester United. So Orozco is a here we go. The video is already out there. You can see it's been confirmed. Man United have signed him. Now, what do you guys think about the future of Manchester United's midfield? With Orozco coming in, young 18-year-old, with Kobe Mainoo now going to be 20 at the time. I'm 21 at the time. And then we have Sekou Kone as well, another basically good midfielder. What do you guys think? Do you think he's one of the players that we can actually rely on when it comes to delivering in Manchester United? Will he go straight into the first team, or will he be in the academy and all of that? Mind you, he's going to be 18 at the time. So what do you guys think? Orozco to Manchester United. Like I said, we'll talk about his, like in another video, we'll do a full deep dive, like a player profile of the kind of guy he is, and we'll talk about everything that he delivers at Manchester United. Then we will now know, how we can build from here and know the kind of player that we're getting as Manchester United fans. So yeah, what do you guys think about Orozco? Do you think because obviously Man United is making moves, digging into the transfer market, digging into the South American market to try to get players who would fit the system for the future and stuff. But yeah, we can always talk about that. Also dominating the headlines today is basically the fact that Ruben Amorim is under pressure following a disappointing start to the season with 2 wins, 1 draw and 3 defeats after 6 games, or if you add the 4th defeat to Grimsby Town, then that's 4 defeats if you include that draw. But then Ruben Amorim obviously is facing increased scrutiny, and make of this what you will. Manchester Evening News reports that the club's decision makers are still backing Ruben Amorim, according to Manchester Evening News. However, speculations about the potential replacements, including Gareth Southgate, who obviously let's talk about Gareth Southgate now. Gareth Southgate has said that he would. There's reports obviously that he would turn down any move to Manchester United. Yeah, what do you guys think? Oliver Glasner as well, Zinedine Zidane. These are the candidates that are circulating in the media. Plus, Paul Merson has also advised Man United against appointing Oliver Glasner, arguing that his preferred 3 at the back system wouldn't suit the current squad. Yeah, that's Paul Merson. You can make of it what you will. With regards to injury updates, we'll come back to the Amorim situation and dive deep, and then talk about other news as well with regards to him potentially hinting at a U-turn. So let's keep going. Noussair Mazraoui is expected to be out to international break, likely around October 19th with a thigh injury. So more details of the injury has come out. And then we also have Lisandro Martinez nearing a return, having been sidelined since February with an ACL injury, but still likely out until mid-October. So pretty much after the international break, we shall start to see a potential for Lisandro Martinez to come in the lineup. And then we also have Ahmad, who is due to who missed the Brentford match due to the bereavement, but has since returned to training. He's been training for the last 2-3 days. Hopefully there is some improvement in how we play, and there's some depth in our squad and all of that. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section and all that. But other news with regards to Manchester United is that Bruno Fernandes has been named Man United's Player of the Month for September 2025 after receiving 37% of the fan vote on Manchester United website. So it was probably tight. I don't think any player did anything remarkable in the Manchester United squad in the month of September. I even hear that Sesko's goal won the Goal of the Month award for September. Obviously, if you look at it, it's pretty much the only goal that was pretty good, that we scored, barring the goal against Chelsea, all the goals against Chelsea and all of that. So yeah. Then Rasmus Højlund on loan at Napoli scored 2 goals in the 2-1 Champions League victory over Sporting CP yesterday. I watched that game and Rasmus delivered, and he got 2 goals from 2 assists from Kevin De Bruyne. Now, I've seen some fans. They are now going about it revisionist style. Let's talk about this, because we as Man United fans, especially for me, I was opposed to the opinion of letting Rasmus go. But the pressure from Manchester United fans will probably add to the pressure on the club to let the player go that he hasn't delivered. No doubt. First season, he did okay. Second season, he struggled. But then everybody was like, as if he didn't have a good first season. Meanwhile, he had a good first season, and in the second season he struggled. Now everybody's saying, oh, why are we keeping Rasmus? All he does is he holds on to defenders, he muscles. There were memes going on around and all that. I knew for a fact that Rasmus will still deliver at Napoli. He's done it at Italy before with Atalanta. Now going to Napoli, he would deliver. It's not like he's not been doing it, right? But my United fans, obviously, now are being revisionist about it. Oh, it was a mistake, we let him go. One of the ones I noticed that happened was basically when United People's TV posted something saying, oh, it was a huge mistake letting Rasmus go. But then somebody, I think it was a Man United something. Yeah, just quick second, just to check out what Privileged, that's it. I didn't need to find it. Privileged Man United posted that, I went and grabbed a tweet. So Privileged Man United. So this was what happened. United, some peoples from United People's TV says United's mistake this summer was spending 70 million plus on a striker instead of a central midfielder after we signed Cunha and Bumo. This is no slight on Šeško. It was just the wrong strategy and the use of funds. We'll be a stronger team. This is what he said. We'll be a stronger team if we'd spent that money on the central midfielder and kept Højlund. Now, this was in response to a post from TNT Sport with regards to Kevin De Bruyne assisting Rasmus Højlund again. Obviously they both played against each other at Manchester United. Now, when he posted this, Privileged Man United, Privileged Man UFC posted immediately, went and grabbed a tweet from some peoples on the 2nd of June, where he said, if United can get a good price, hear this, get a good price, sell Højlund, use that money towards a Gyökeres level signing, and then promote Chido to second striker in the squad. That would be class. Fast forward to 3 months down the line, he's posting, United made a mistake selling Rasmus Højlund, or letting Rasmus Højlund go. Privileged United now said, Privileged Man UFC now said, didn't you want him to be sold for the funds to be used to get a striker just 3 months ago? So, yeah, even the big channels put out stuff without actually, being measured. And, one is being called out. I hope he accepts, the call out and stuff. But yeah, in truth, it is sad to see that Manchester United, let go of Rasmus. And I've been saying this, if you go check our videos and stuff, when I said the first time I put out stuff saying Rasmus for sale. In fact, I avoided putting out any content with regards to Rasmus being sold. But it is what it is. I said, Rasmus for sale, because that was the news that was out there. Ben Jacobs and the likes put it out there. Next thing, Rasmus is delivering, scoring at Napoli. I mean, what do you guys think? My United fans should have, backed the team, backed Rasmus. He has not had back-to-back bad seasons. He did not come out to say, I am not playing. He did not come out to say, I will not go to any other club except this club, so you must sell me to this club. He did not come out to say, this and that. All he did was try to play, was looking for confidence. The manager was trying to give him confidence. And I say, everybody has a role to play in this. Not just the fans. The manager, the club, the fans, everybody has a role. The whole entire Manchester United has a role to play. But the fans have an influence. If you don't know this as I'm looking at you right now. You have a role, you have an influence in the way the club is being run, with the way you put out things about your players, my players, our players as Manchester United fans. But it is what it is. We have to just, play with the card that we're dealt with. That's what I'll say. Rasmus is going to deliver. He's still going to score more goals. And he's a Champions League guy. He scores in Europe a lot. He put out something on his Instagram saying, who would have thought, basically, that was the summary, just paraphrasing here. Who would have thought that I will be assisted by Kevin De Bruyne, basically, to even be scoring goals. 2 assists from Kevin De Bruyne, 2 goals from Rasmus. 1 through ball, 1 headed cross. Kevin De Bruyne creates that. We have a player like that who can do that at Man United, albeit hasn't been doing it enough for Rasmus. And also, fans giving him pelters. Alejandro Garnacho not creating chances for him. Now Garnacho is trying to put crosses in for Chelsea. Think about it. It's crazy. So that is pretty much what it is. On another player who has been performing. He's now trending on social media, which is now the new trend, and I'll talk about that new trend. Marcus Rashford, he has been involved, and Fabrizio Romano posted it. He has been involved in about 4 assists and 3 goals since he joined Barcelona. But his first goal came after like 4 or 5 games. And somebody said something that if he was at Man United and his first goal is coming after 4 or 5 games, he'll be given pelters. Same thing. It's the same thing. Now, the new culture at Manchester United is now, when the player leaves, what is the problem is United. When the player leaves, he always does well. Or when all the players leave, they always do well. We as fans, we actually do this to ourselves. We let ourselves to be moved by what the media is putting out. The media gave Rashford pelters ever since. Let me tell you when this whole thing majorly started. Ever since he missed that penalty, him, Sancho, and Saka missed those penalties. 3 of them have gone separate ways. Saka is doing well at Arsenal, and he's making the England squad back-to-back. Rashford, never the same. Sancho, never the same. What puts them together? They were both friends at one point. Think about it. Now, Rashford is doing well at Barca, but people now want to make it look like it's because of Manchester United. That's why Rashford is doing well. Meanwhile, you forget that Rashford has been doing the same things that he's doing at Barca. Taking players one-on-one, crossing the balls. I watched Barca versus PSG last night, and I could tell. Taking players one-on-one, crossing the ball across field to Lamine Yamal. But what killed Barca is the fact that the same thing that we complained about Man United, that he's not tracking back. He tracked back a couple times. We're not saying he has not tracked back a couple times. He has tracked back a couple times. But also there's a situation where even Lamine Yamal doesn't track back. That's why even when Nuno Mendes was put forward as a left wing forward, he also took advantage of Barcelona's right back, Jules Koundé. So it is what it is. What also killed Barcelona yesterday was the high press, so I digress. But then it is what it is. Marcus Rashford is doing well at Barca. We expect him to do well, and the more he does well, the better it will be for him. A new environment suits him, and a situation where he would be able to get a good signing on fee and all that, or be signed by Barcelona. So it is what it is. We have to keep moving. The truth is, what can you say? Anthony, they say, Anthony is having a blast at Real Betis, but in truth, he's having first season at Man United stats. That's what we can say. First season at Man United stats. Last season when he played for Real Betis, he did well. I'm not gonna lie, he did well. But honestly, what is termed as the problem for Manchester United is actually the fact that the players cannot deal with the pressure of Manchester United. Other factors included past glory as well is another thing that affects Manchester United. Ex-players, the way they criticize the squad and the team is another thing that affects Manchester United. You know, there are so many things I can talk about, so many things. And we could also, break it down and say, this is this, and this happened and that happened and all of that. But I can talk about so many things as to why, Manchester United is not doing well and all of that. Even quotes from or conversations from Wayne Rooney, saying this and saying that, saying all sorts of things also affects players' mentality, players' ability to approach games, players' confidence, and all of that. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it is what it is. We have to just keep moving. There's so much to go through when it comes to the news. Like I've always said this, every time we talk about Man United and fans, the new culture is scapegoating. We look for one player and we scapegoat that player. And guess what? The player doesn't play well. Pretty much straightforward. Straightforward. It is what it is. Next one will be, just give me 1 second, the news that we have so far for Manchester United. Okay, speaking of Kevin De Bruyne, no, let's not deal with that. transfer news, basically. Manchester United at the forefront or leading the race for a bargain January striker signing. Yeah, there we go again. There's a competition for Premier League, Champions League sides. There's competition from Premier League and Champions League sides for Man United leading striker target Dusan Vlahovic. According to Gray White-Bloom on Sports Illustrated, Man United have been described as at the forefront of the clubs keen on signing Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic, perhaps as soon as January, although there is competition from home and abroad for the Serbian finisher. Vlahovic was the subject of a varied speculation throughout the summer transfer window as he entered the final 12 months of his lucrative Juventus contract. The 25-year-old boasts a game capable of, mesmeric minimalism, all language and stuff, averaging one shot every 8.3 touches throughout the Serie A career in Turin. Yet when the goals dry up, as they did last season, Vlahovic has as little to fall back on. So where is the news? Bayern Munich to rival Man United for Dusan Vlahovic. That aside, yeah, that's pretty much it. United splashed excess of stories. But Juventus have a surplus of strikers after bringing in Luis Openda and Jonathan David over the summer. However, they could be forced to keep hold of Vlahovic until the deal is up. Bayern Munich are thought to be considering the touring forward as an affordable option next summer per build. Harry Kane has been reportedly linked with an exit in 2026 when he's expected to be available for 65 million euros due to the clause in his contract and focus already shifting to his potential successor. So yeah, how is this news? I don't know. Man United in the forefront, yes, it's just rumors, right? So it is what it is. Yeah, we keep going. In the Europa League, just to give you a bit of an update, in the Europa League, Aston Villa is beating Feyenoord 2-0. At least they have picked up form. Yeah. Surprise. Sturm Graz have beaten Rangers 2-1. Lyon beating Salzburg 2-0, for those who want to know. Porto beating FK Krevna Zvezda 2-1. And then Celta Vigo is beating PAOK 3-1. So it is what it is. Yeah, there's loads of rumors as of today. Another transfer rumor that's made the rounds, according to Sports Illustrated, also is that Man United eye Arsenal legend as Amorim's replacement. Chelsea agree Valverde swap. Now moving over to Ruben Amorim. We're going to talk a bit about Ruben Amorim because it seems like this week is just what is trending. So let's talk about Ruben Amorim. Man United have identified Como boss, former Arsenal captain Cesc Fabregas, as perfect manager to take over from Ruben Amorim and lead in long-term rejuvenation of the listing behemoth. Language, words, English. And that is according to Corriere Como. So it's more like a newspaper reporting or involved in all stuff with Como. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's decision to include Sir Gareth Southgate as a candidate on United's shortlist of Amorim's replacement has left the club's technical staff bemused, according to Indikaila. Indikaila broke some really interesting news basically over the summer, right? And he said some things, and it was pretty interesting to actually see. But it is what it is. Liverpool are said to be confident of it. Yeah, that's the side. Straight up. Yeah, it's pointless. It's really pointless. So there's no news further on that, but Indikaila has broken that Como boss Cesc Fabregas is the kind of player that Manchester United will need. is what it is. Moving on, we'll talk about other things with regards to the Manchester United news. Ruben Amorim has said that he will potentially change his formation. That's kind of like the main thing we're going to talking about today. Let me see. Ruben Amorim strongly hints at a huge U-turn he's eyeing. That is what Ruben Amorim has said. Amorim is facing a fight to keep his job. He's under immense pressure following United's poor start to the 25-26 season last weekend. As last weekend's 3-1 loss to Brentford marked United's third in 6 games. Third defeat in 6 games. Now, United were... Move on from that. Despite the hierarchy's insistence that they retain the faith in Amorim, there have been suggestions that United are already making concessions, succession plans in case they need to pull the trigger. Names like Gareth Southgate, Andoni Iraola, Oliver Glasner, and Michael Carrick on the interim basis have surfaced since last. Yeah. Now, the main story, Amorim hints at a U-turn for Man United. The 40-year-old told Owen Hargreaves on TNT Sports, stating, "I think, again, for the fun part is trying to adapt and the way you see football to every system of the opponent." So, I'll just give me a second. I will sort out the lag and then we can move on to the next thing. So, due to technical difficulties, we will not be able to continue this stream, but we'll come back again and continue it at another time. But yeah, maybe tomorrow or something. But depending on what I see online and what is happening, basically. But let's see if we can continue. So, basically, Ruben Amorim has said he's trying to adapt. He said, I think the fun part is trying to adapt the way you see football to every system of the opponent. And then you say, I'm always saying, this is what he said, I'm always saying the same thing. This is going to evolve. We are going to change the system, but it's not a normal system. And sometimes you take longer to go from this system to another system, and this is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to coach the team the way I see football. He pointed out that his team is too inexperienced. It's too unpredictable, and even he doesn't know what to expect sometimes with regards to how he sees the game. He said the funny thing is that you need to have like a team to understand not the outcome, but you already understand how the game will be if we are going to have control. This is going to happen. Maybe we lose because of one transition or one set piece, but the game is going to be like this. He also said, with my team, at the moment, you never know. United are back in action on Saturday, obviously, playing Sunderland, newly promoted Sunderland, who are in form. So Ruben Amorim has hinted at changing or evolving as we go. Other reporters had translated this to be that Ruben Amorim is saying he will change the formation. We shall see. But also he says he will evolve. He says he will change the style of play. He says he will change the approach and all that. So let's, The Daily Mail is saying the same thing, but it says Ruben Amorim has claimed that this is part of that interview as well, that Ruben Amorim has claimed that that his squad is missing crazy guys who step up in difficult situations. The Portuguese boss also has been afforded a huge amount of time to turn the dire situation at Old Trafford around and has come under increasing pressure this season. After spending around £250 million, we do not let us rest until they tell us how Manchester United has spent so much in trying to build the squad. While Amorim's job is not thought to be immediately under threat, if results don't improve soon, that's likely to change. United face Sunderland at Old Trafford on Saturday, in what seems to be a crucial fixture in determining the manager's future. Then, speaking to TNT Sports ahead of the clash, was it ahead of the clash or just an interview? Anyway, the 40-year-old former Sporting Lisbon boss outlined exactly what he feels his squad is missing. He says we have a lot of players that were here for many years and we are struggling, so that is always in your mind. Amorim said to Owen Hargreaves, it's not just the leaders, we need leaders, but sometimes what I'm thinking is we miss some crazy guys, is what he said. He also said, he also added that the guys, I think, like Matheus Cunha, is a little bit like that. He's a guy that is a good guy, but who doesn't care who you are. He can play wherever, and he can play wherever, and he will go with the ball. This kind of feeling, we need that. Harry Maguire was captain and played for the national team, but you can feel sometimes that when things are going wrong, we go down. No matter if it's Bruno Fernandes or Harry Maguire, and that is the past, but we need to live in the future. Sometimes you look at the pitch when something is going really wrong and you see Brian with a different light because he came from a different environment, and then you look at Cunha and you feel that sometimes he's frustrated, but you can feel the frustration is something like, give me the ball. So we miss that. We need to forget the past. We need sometimes the crazy guy. The world can be on fire, but I don't care. sometimes it's not just leaders, it's the maverick guys. So that's pretty much Ruben telling us what he's missing in the team, but also the thing the profiles is considering is not translating to the pitch or field of play, but it is what it is. We have to just kind of back the manager and expect that he's going to deliver. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. I mean, the stream is lagging a little bit. We're going to try and fix it for the next live stream, but the next video you're going to be seeing is the match preview for the game against Sunderland. We'll do a match preview, and then obviously we'll react to Amorim's press conference. Many people will want to hear what he has to say, and then we'll build from there. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as relates to Manchester United. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.